Welcome back to part 2 of exercise 3.4 of the chapter triangles. Now, in the part 1 of this exercise, we studied the sums which were based on angle bisector property. Now, today we are going to study about the sums which are based on the inequality of sides and angles of a triangle. What do I mean by this? Children, just look at the figure in front of you. The triangle PQR and observe the length of the sides. The length of the side are 10, 8 and 12. Yes, they are not equal. Inequality is there, right? So when you have a triangles with the lengths given to you, you can automatically find out the smallest and the largest angle in such cases. Okay, here. So whenever the lengths of the sides are given to you in any triangle, then you can easily find out the length of the smallest and the greatest angle of the triangle. So based on side, we are going to find out the greatest and the smallest angle in this question. Like for example, in this question, say PQ is equal to 10 centimeter, QR is equal to 12 centimeter, and PR is equal to 8 centimeter. Find out the greatest and the smallest angle of a triangle. Remember, this is very easy. Whenever in a triangle you see the greatest side, okay, like in this case the greatest side is QR. Yes, so this QR is the greatest side with 12 units or 12 centimeter. So if this is 12 centimeter, then the angle which is opposite to this will be greatest. Greatest side will give you greatest angle, and the smallest side will give you the smallest angle. So the angle which is lying opposite. Now there are three angles here, P, Q and R, right? But Q is here and R is here. Which is the angle which is opposite to this side? It is P. That means if QR is biggest or larger, greatest side, then opposite angle is what? P. So the angle which is opposite will be the greatest. That means P is going to be the greatest angle here. And if you want to find the smallest angle, so if you want to find the smallest angle, search for the smallest side. So here in this, the smallest side is PR, yes, which is 8 centimeter. So the angle which is opposite to the smallest side will be the smallest angle. So here Q is going to be the smallest angle. Okay, so let us see how are we going to write down. So first we will write down the lengths of the given sides of the triangle. So let us write down. So here I write down the lengths of the given sides PQ, QR and PR. This is given, that I write down. Now next thing, I will write down them either in the ascending order or in the descending order. So I'll write down the in the descending order. I'll write down the greatest side first, followed by the smallest one. So looking at the given information, I find out that QR is the greatest. See, QR is 12 centimeter. QR is 12 centimeter. So QR will be the biggest side or the greatest side. So QR is greater than, after 12 comes 10. So PQ. So QR is greater than PQ, and then it is the PR. Okay, so now we have to mention the angles also in the similar manner. Now if this is the biggest side, then the angle opposite to this side is going to be bigger. Yes, so the QR, yes, QR. So the angle opposite to QR is P. So below QR I'll write down angle P. So I'll say that angle P is greater than, let us see. So now QR, the opposite angle is P. Now PQ, the opposite angle of PQ is R. So it will be greater than angle R. Let me write down that. And PR. Now PR, the opposite angle of PR is angle Q. So I'll write down that here. Okay, so this we have found out that angle P is greater than angle R, and then that angle R is greater than angle Q. Our question says, find out the greatest and the smallest angle of the triangle. So the greatest angle is going to be angle P, and so angle P is going to be the greatest angle and angle Q is going to be the smallest angle. Therefore, looking at this, I write down angle P is the greatest angle and angle Q is the smallest angle. Let us proceed toward the fourth question. Now next question says, it's similar to the previous one, but there is a little bit something else to find out here. Now look at the question. In triangle FAN, angle F is 80 degrees, angle A is 40 degrees. Find out the greatest and the smallest side of a triangle. State the reason. Okay, so now here we have to find out the greatest and the smallest side. In the previous question, the sides were given and we were finding out the angles. Here it will be the opposite. If angles are given, you have to find out the sides. It's the similar logic we are going to apply. The angle which is greater. Okay, so greater angle will give us greatest side and smaller angle will give me smallest side. But here I have only two angles given in the figure. There is no third angle given. So without the knowledge of the third angle, I cannot find the third side, right? So therefore, my first duty is to calculate the angle N here, okay, and that we are going to do by the property of the sum of measures of all angles of a triangle is 180 degree. This we have already studied in the lower classes, 7th, 8th standard, that when we add all the angles of a triangle like angle F plus angle A plus angle N, if we add all the angles, then it should be measuring 180 degrees. Okay, so with that logic, we'll write down. First, let us see what we write. So, first thing that I write down is in triangle FAN, angle F plus angle A plus angle N is equal to 180 degrees. The reason we have to measure the sum of measures of all angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So, now we will be substituting the values of F, A and N and then we will get the answer. Let us see. So, as we can see in the figure, we have substituted the values. Angle F is 80 degrees, angle A is 40 degrees, and we don't know angle N. So we mention angle N like that only is equal to 180 degrees. So 80 plus 40 will give me 120 plus angle N is equal to 180 degrees. So angle N is going to be 60 degrees. So now I know the measures of all angles of a triangle. Once I know the measures of all angles of a triangle, by using the property, I'll easily find out the greatest and the smallest side. So now after this, what do I do is, I write down in triangle FAN, angle F is 80 degrees, angle A is 40 degrees and N we have just found out which is 60 degrees. Then we are going to arrange it in the descending or the ascending order. Now here, we see that angle F is 80 and then 40 and then 60. So I arrange it in the descending order. I write down the greatest angle first and followed by the smaller ones. Okay. So in this 80, 40 and 60, 80 is greater. Therefore angle F comes first. 60 comes later. So angle N, and then 40. Therefore angle A. So once I know the angles, now the sides opposite to this angles are going to be in this order. So let us check what are the sides. Now for angle F, the opposite side is going to be AN. Yes, so we'll write down that. For angle N, let us check for angle N, what do we have? For angle N, we have FA as the opposite side. Now this angle A, so we will find out what is the side which is opposite to angle A. So the side opposite to angle A is FN. But in the question it is given that you have to state the reason. Okay, so that's why we say that side opposite to greater angle is greater and side opposite to smaller angle is smaller. This is a reason for it. Okay, also we have to finally we'll write down the greatest side and the smallest side. So final statement according to this will be AN is the greatest side and FN is the smallest side. Thank you.